So recently Vicoffroad sent us up the Kalbarri Z rooftop tent to review. I've recently just come back from a week of Fraser with some pretty harsh conditions. Well, they weren't that bad, but they were still raining and windy, so stay tuned to see how it all went.
So now you're going to see everything that's involved installing this thing, how quick it is to set up, what size it is, how heavy it is, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. Completely unbiased, pretty much everything that you need to make a good decision. If you're thinking about buying one of these things, by the end of this video, you'll know whether you want it or not. First of all, probably one of the most important things I think is, will it fit on the roof of your car? Now every car is different, every canopy is different. The first thing you've got to check is how much weight your roof or your canopy or your roof bars or whatever it is you're putting it on can take, because that's very important. Other than that, the size of this, I'm going to read this off their website, is 2.15 meters long by 1.35 meters wide, and in its state that it is now, it's 220 mil tall. That's without the solar panel on. When it is unfolded, it goes up to 1.25 meters inside, so it's a decent space inside. The inside of the tent itself, the sleeping quarters I suppose you'd call it, 2.01 meters long, so I'm 180 centimeters tall, so I easily fit in there, by 1.21 wide, and it's 1.2 tall inside, so lots of room in there, I think, compared to a lot of tents. Everything you need to install the tent comes with it in a nice canvas bag. There's all sorts of nuts, bolts, brackets, plates, everything you need to put it in. It's designed primarily, from what I can see, to go over a couple of roof bars, and you put 2 bolts down each side, plate underneath, and into the uni-strut sort of channel on the top of it. It's pretty easy to do. We have done it slightly differently because this was more of a permanent install. We had Ando's roof rack. We just drilled down through it and put a couple of bolts underneath it. We figured that would be just as good, but a little bit neater, and it's a bit more low profile because it would be hard for us to screw that underneath. Big thing about a rooftop tent is, why do you buy one? It's convenience. It's easy when you get to camp. It should be easy to set up and quick and easy to pack up, and this actually is. You've got a couple of options with this. When you open this up, the first fold, you can actually leave it like that if you're just stopping for the night. If you are stopping for longer, or you like to open both up, you can obviously open the second tier up, and that'll give you more room inside, but there is a few options. It's pretty easy to do. Undo the 2 latches. These do lock as well. It comes with a couple of keys. Pull the front up. Now this has got a solar panel on top, and the gas struts are going to handle that too. Pull it up. It comes with a bungee cord. You have to install that yourself. That was a little bit tricky to work out where it went and how it went, because it doesn't come with heaps of instructions. Nonetheless, it's not that tricky. I like to throw that up out of the way. Flap here inside, we got our spreader bars. We had the dog leg these because we got the bushwhacker awning, or Andy's got the bushwhacker awning, and any 270 awning will come around the back of the car like this. This is just going to raise it up so these don't hit the awning. They were pretty easy to do. We probably have to adjust them a little bit because the awning could be a bit tighter when it's installed. There we go. That's it. So if you were in a hurry, you're ready to sleep now. So grabbing the other 2 poles that are in the bag, come around the front, and it's the same procedure in the front as it was in the back. Let's just open these 2 latches, and then we just lift it up. Easy as that. Pull the bungee down. We'll just whack this spreader bar in too. Like that. Just grab our spreader bar, whack it in. Job's done. Tent's up, ready to go. It does come with a telescopic ladder, pretty much the same as every other tent in the market. It comes in its own canvas bag. Now, same as everything else, you've got 3 mounting options. You can go either side or at the back. Just with the way Ando's rig's set up, that side's not an option because of the awning. 2 spare tires in the back, so the only side that we can put it on is the driver's side. Hook it over the 2 mounting points. Easy as that. And it is rated for, I think, 150 kilos, so I just sneak underneath that. So with the tent, you get a few accessories. You get shoe bags, which are very handy to keep your shoes outside if they're muddy or wet or sandy. They slide through the channel on the tent, and put your shoes in. They're tucked out of the way and safe and off the ground. You also get a couple of roof bars, which are fairly good looking roof bars. They're really well built. They will easily hold a solar panel like we have done, or you can probably put surfboards and that sort of stuff up there too. What do you think this looks like? Everybody's got their own opinion. I think it looks really cool set up, and it looks nice and sleek and slimline packed down. What's very cool about it packed down is you can get pillows, dooners, all that sort of stuff in there as well. So you're saving space in your canopy or in the back of your car. Very, very good idea.
What I really love about this one is it's actually got that Z form, so it pops up again on the back, giving you a lot of room. And it's actually, because you've been able to pop that up where you have a flat surface on top, we've actually able to run a ceiling fan on top, which is pretty bougie. The material that this rooftop tent uses is called a 420D Oxford fabric, which pretty much means that it's really waterproof. We've just come back from a week on Fraser when it was chucking it down rain, and we didn't have a single drop or any condensation inside the tent, which is a massive bonus. So straight out of the box, you are given 2 roof bars that mount to the top of the rooftop tent. I've currently got a 200 watt solar panel up there, which is, it's roughly about 20 kilos, give or take. And it does not fault the gas struts at all. It still moves up very easily. And all I've done with the cable is just tracked it down in the tracks running down there and then connecting it into an Anderson near the bottom of the canopy. So as you can see from, as I was saying before about the space, this is a lot of room that you're getting compared to where it would normally finish right down the bottom here. Like I'm sitting up here pretty comfortably, which is, I reckon, is bloody awesome. You can also see at the top here, we've got 6 very large storage pockets that you can use, which is also adjustable as well. You can move them however you like. And just underneath the flaps here, you have 2 pockets on either side as well. Also coming standard with this is a 60mm anti-condensation mattress. Like, it's pretty comfortable out of the box. You could probably put a mattress top in there, like one of those eggshell toppers in, but you know, it's definitely enough to get you by. Power wise, on the bottom of this tent, yeah, supplied with just a normal 50 amp Anderson plug. So you just plug into that, and up here you get given 4 USB points and a tricolor LED strip that's running down the side here. I've swapped one of the 2 USBs to a cigarette point, purely because this ceiling fan has a cigarette plug adapter to it. So that's my only reason for changing it out. But other than that, you're pretty sweet to go. So pros and cons. We'll start off with the pros. First off the bat, the space. It is, as I said, mentioned before, super spacious. I'm not the tallest bloke in the world, and I fit very comfortably inside this tent lengthways. Sitting up, as you can see, very comfortably as well. The thing that I really love about this rooftop tent is just the ease of setting up and packing down. Comparing to a swag that I've had for a number of years, it's day and night pretty much. It pops up within, I could probably set this up within 3 minutes of coming to camp. Enough time to crack a beer open and watch everyone else set up their swags. Some slight cons, we've just had a couple zippers on some of the windows here jam up, which you might just have to loosen up. The mattress, although, yeah, you can probably get part 5 of it, probably could be a little bit thicker. That's just real nitpicking. And also, could just be this one, but just with the Anderson connection that was supplied by the rooftop tent, the actual active, the positive out of it just keeps slipping out. So when I was on Fraser, I was having to try and jiggle it around. It can be fixed, but all very minor things. So the pros definitely outweigh the cons with this tent, I believe.
One thing you want on a rooftop tent is storage. You get up there, you've got your keys, minimum. You've probably got a drink bottle, your phone, headphones, whatever else you've got. This thing's got 6 big pockets in the roof and also 4 pockets, 2 on each side. Heaps of storage. But the thing I like best in this tent, it's got a 3 LED color strip mounted into the side. Maybe it's 2 color, but it's orange and white. Tell you what, it looks the business, because most tents that I've seen, they either have a little tiny LED light like I have in my rooftop tent, and it falls off a bit. I've had to Velcro it up, or they're on a pole and they're just sort of hooked on. So when you fold it down and take it up, it sometimes will wrap itself around the pole. This one is integrated into that Z post that's coming up the middle of the tent. Looks hot. The other thing that's good about that is on the outside, Andy has run his solar panel cords down that Z panel on the other side of the car, so it's all nice and neat too. Super cool. What I like about this one, and it's probably not peculiar to this one particular tent, but it's peculiar to this style of tent where they do have the dual fold in it, is you get heaps more windows. So there's a window at the front which you don't get in a normal clamshell tent, and there's 4 windows, 2 on each side and the big one at the back. So when you're in there and all the windows are open, it feels like you're out in the middle of nature. You get the nice breezes, you can see everything. It is a nice place to be. With all the good, there is some bad. So one of the things I don't know if I like particularly, it's not maybe that much of a game changer, but you can't bolt accessories onto the outside as easily because it is quite a low profile tent, and there's only one real channel you can bolt into. So we've not been able to put the awning onto the side of this tent. We've had to put L brackets on and put it onto the roof rack. It's not a game changer, but it's just something to consider.
In summary, I cannot fault this rooftop tent for what it is. It's quite affordable on the market for a hard shell rooftop tent. You can fit all your bedding inside, including pillows. You have enough room on top to fit a solar panel and still run your cables down nice and neatly along the side. It packs up and sets up really fast, and I just can't get over the double fold and how much room you really get. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video and the rundown we've done of this tent, and I hope to see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.